Greetings, fans of old-timey Latin grammar. We're going to be playing with the naked subjunctive. The subjunctive when it's not in an indirect question, when it's not in a relative clause of purpose or characteristic, when it's not in a purpose or result or indirect command clause. When the subjunctive is just out there in all its glory, it has these purposes of the contrapositive or unreal, deliberative or potential, hortatory or jussive, optative or subordinate to indirect statement. So let's play with it. When you have the pluperfect subjunctive, that's the real key, and mostly in C or nisi clauses, unless or if, you're going to be dealing with a statement contrary to fact. If he would have been here, if he were here, would be here, it would be well. It's not. He's not. If he would live, you would hear his words, but he didn't live. If he had been here, it would have been well. Generally speaking, the pluperfect subjunctive is your go-to for the contrapositive or unreal statement, contrary to fact. So, sometimes the imperfect is used, but oftentimes the pluperfect. Let's talk about the deliberative or potential. Now, the potential subjunctive is what we think: may, might, could, deliberative, or potential. The AP really only sees the deliberative, so it's with questions such as what should I do, what was I to do, what would I think, why was it not believed? It shows doubt or disbelief. So therefore, and it's always in the present or the perfect subjunctive. Let's play with the optative. The optative is only found in two places in the AP syllabus, which is found by utanam, hardly ever ut, sometimes num. So therefore, utanam, so would that I had never been born. So therefore, utanam, whenever you see utanam, you're dealing with the optative subjunctive. Hardly ever occurs, but it's there. Hortatory or jussive, really two sides of the same coin. The subjunctive by itself can signify a volitive mood or command, just like an imperative. But when it occurs, they like to call it hortatory for first person, either singular or plural. So therefore, and it's going to be in the present always. Let us live and let us love. Or it could also be jussive, giving orders. You should be careful. Or let each learn his own disposition. Or let the boys know how to decline nouns. Sexism. Now, the big use of the subjunctive, however, is when it's subordinate to an indirect statement or an indirect question, or basically when it's subordinate to an indicative, infinitive, or a subjunctive. It will slip into the subjunctive. So when it's subordinate to an indirect statement or to an infinitive or to a subjunctive, it'll be subjunctive. General subordination. So let's see here. Utanam, falatur. Utanam tells you immediately it's the one usage. It's the optative wishing clause. I would wish that she would never be deceived. C. We're dealing with a C clause. Therefore, we're dealing with a possible subjunctive of what? Well, it's not an imperfect or a pluperfect, therefore it's not a contrapositive. But this is a present subjunctive, so it could be deliberative. If Diana might be more powerful, Catullus would love her. Okay, so it's a deliberative or potential. Nay, an imperative. An imperative use. Don't flee. Therefore, it's the hortatory or jussive. In this case, it's the jussive. Si Livia relicta esse timuisset. If Livia had been left, she would be afraid. It's a conditional clause with a pluperfect subjunctive, clearly, and the best choice of the contrapositive. Well, that's everything you need to know about the negative subjunctive. The commentaries will give you plenty of notice on those, so definitely use the commentary. And until next time, aloha.